You are running to become the President of the United States. Along with your words, you want to be able to communicate with your body language too. How do you do that? We all will encounter situations where we want to offer more than just words. We want to be able to present ourselves with the right type of body language. Today, I am going to explain how nonverbal communication can be used in everyday life. After my presentation, you should understand some of the fundamentals of posture, gesture, eye contact, and facial expressions. To begin, let me give a quick definition of what nonverbal communication is. Nonverbal communication is either an intentional or unintentional symbol that is understood as meaningful by the receiver. While verbal communication can be more natural, nonverbal communication can contribute greatly to emotional, vague, or complex situations. There are several types of nonverbal communication, including posture and gesture. In Communicating for Success, written by Bonnie Creel and Cheryl Hamilton in 2012, posture can convey personality, mood, or confidence. When giving a speech, you want to stand up straight and tall to appear open and confident. If one were to slouch while giving a speech, they might come across as nervous or even insecure. Posture is also different in varying cultures. The people in Asia, Middle East, or even Europe are offended when one puts their feet up on the table. Whereas in America, it can be socially acceptable and it can imply relaxation. Gesture can also vary in different cultures. For example, in America, the OK symbol means I'm okay. However, in Europe, this symbol usually represents the statement, you are nothing. Kendra Sherry, who wrote the article Understanding Body Language in October 2013, believes that gestures can be some of the most obvious and direct forms of language signals. For example, when one clenches a fist, it could mean that they are angry or celebrating a victory. A lot of the time, these nonverbal gestures can replace verbal messages. For instance, a thumbs up or down can represent approval or disapproval. Whether it is sitting up straight while talking to someone or gesturing something unsaid, we can use these nonverbal communication skills to imply if we are okay, unhappy, confident, etc. While there are many direct ways to communicate these messages, there are also more subtle ways, such as eye contact or facial expressions. In Eye Contact, an introduction to its role in communication, written by Jody Schultz in November 2012, she believes that one can communicate with their eyes and never say a word. Where words fail, a person's eyes can display something more genuine. When listening to a friend's heart-wrenching story, sometimes it is better to let your eyes show your sympathy instead of trying to use words. On the other hand, some glare at those they dislike instead of confronting them verbally. You can also use your eyes to show your attentiveness and interest by looking the speaker in the eyes and sitting up straight, which is much more polite than looking away and slouching. Eyes can also flirt. If you are at a party, you can use your eyes to imply certain feelings towards someone. This leads me into my last topic, facial expressions. By looking at one's facial expression, we can usually determine important information on the person's mood or emotional state. After having a newborn baby, a mother smiles at her with delight. A smile can represent happiness or approval, while a frown can represent unhappiness, frustration, or irritation. Another typical type of facial expression is a smirk, which a person uses when triumphing over someone else. Fear can be easy to spot, while indifference can be difficult to interpret. Facial expressions can be very crucial because they can either make a situation relaxed or create tension. Body language is extremely important because it can clue us in on what others are feeling, as well as display what emotions we are experiencing. Whether it is through a body movement or a facial expression, there are always ways that you can communicate to someone nonverbally. To summarize, a person can use body language such as posture, gesture, eye contact, or facial expression to communicate various messages. Although it is more discreet, nonverbal communication is helpful in everyday situations because it allows you to understand deeper, not-spoken feelings. During your inauguration speech, you think back upon the fundamentals of nonverbal communication. You stand up straight, You look your fellow Americans in the eyes and you smile, showing them that you will be a competent, confident leader.
That's good.